here. Yep. Anyway, this is the start of a new vlog, and yeah, I already am panting because I was like, from what you could see, I was trying to I was trying to take pictures and all of that for the journal. I already have pictures, but we were missing a few like interior, especially for the journal, because this time it's two that are coming out at the same time. So one is like a guide, it just has like like things to like start conversations, and then one is a journal where you could actually write down. And so for the journal aspect, we were missing some of the interior, so I just wanted to kind of like do that so that I could upload it on the website. And that's because today actually we're starting like an Instagram live series. I think for the next few weeks, I don't even know how many days, but I think for like next 5 weeks, I would say trying to keep it to every Thursday at noon. I'll have like someone come, and then we'll talk about like certain topics that have to do around like woman, and then also like picking out from the Bible characters that we have in the guide, if that kind of makes sense. So today's the first one, and then I'm also trying to do that because pre-order starts March 3rd, which is on Monday, and today's Thursday. So I need to put all of that together so I can actually just schedule everything, and I know that we're good to go. So yeah, that's my morning. So now I'm going to quickly, I haven't had breakfast, so I think this is where I'm going to do the live. So I'm kind of like setting up the space to see how it will look, kind of like give aesthetics, if that makes sense. but I am gonna have breakfast, and then after breakfast I would, what's the time, it's 10 o'clock, so I have just like I would say 2 hours, but basically I have like an hour and 55 minutes to get myself together. So let me get my breakfast, then I would start working on the behind the scenes of the website, and then we'll do the live. Intro for everyone that's joining. In case you don't know me, I'm Lerit, and I started Lumili in 2023, so just over a year, and it's going to be 2 years in December. And this is the first time that we're doing like a guide or a journal that's targeted to women. This was something that I got the vision for, like the idea, last year in May. And so I'm really grateful that it's finally out, and it's going to launch March 10th, because the launch date was supposed to be targeted around International Women's Day, and it's just to create a space to encourage women to live their lives in the fullness of all that God has for them. And so for the next few weeks, we're going to be having discussions, like random topics that I guess are tailored to women.
Very interesting, because I still think I'm a big planner.
Yeah.
Like, I plan things of basically everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just that person, right? So I would always do a disclaimer that
By the way, that's our husband.
I'm also going to put a disclaimer that this conversation is not going to say, okay, I'm not doing it again. I'm not. Yes, you can surrender to God, and what doesn't mean that you're now letting go of your gifts or your ambitions or whatever.
Yeah. So the introvert in me is literally done for the day, and it's just 1:20. But I think I'm just gonna try and grab lunch, and then maybe give myself a break, and hopefully I catch up so I could wrap up a few things for the day. But it was actually such a good conversation. I enjoyed it, even though it's my friend and I know some of these things, but like I think today actually did bring in a whole different angle that I didn't even realize, and this is just the beauty on like how God works, and I'm just really grateful. The highlight for me was on the fact that God is so wholesome, and I think that that's something that's very dear and passionate to me. I don't know why. I think it just came from a place of like studying psychology, and I just realized how much God cares about us. And for the longest, I used to feel like, why did I study psychology? But then now I know and I see it, and so I think there's a part of me where it's like psychology meets Christianity, something, all those kind of conversations. But like basically, just God is so wholesome, and I know that things happen and life happens, and it's not what we planned or might go against the fact that God is wholesome. Different stories, but I think that we just need to get to a point where we have that conviction that God is wholesome, despite what life says, or what pressures we see, or what happens in the world. Like, it doesn't take away from who God is, like his character, that he's actually a wholesome God. And so I might have even said going off on a tangent on that call, and I hope I could articulate myself well, but like God is actually wholesome. I'm tired for the day, but I think I'll call it. I don't know, I'm working on a project with a client, she for her graduation, and so I'm trying to really get that out because I want to get it out to her by tomorrow. I've actually done quite a bit of it, so I think I'm good. I just need to wrap that up, so I'll probably wrap that up for the afternoon because I need something that's not going to take too much of my head, but we'll see. Everything else I'll probably just move it to tomorrow and go from there, but if anything comes up, I'll bring that along. So see you. Morning. I think I like this angle where I come and sit and do videos, but morning, starting my day. I mean, I've started my day, but honestly, I'm just starting it slow, and I don't want to do too many things today because tomorrow Lumili has a pop-up tomorrow and Sunday, so I know that those next 2 days are going to be really, really busy. So today I'm just kind of like taking it slow to kind of like rest, since I'll be gone for 8 hours every day for the next 2 days. But I have a little story of how I almost got scammed. I want to share this story, but before I share it, I want to quickly go to the library and pick up a laptop. So usually right now I don't have a laptop, and so what I do is that I rent out from the library, because they do, and then they give you for like a month. Sometimes they even extend it when they don't have anybody. So that has honestly been what has saved me, but I'm hoping I can get a laptop soon. I'm putting that out here so that when I get it, like, God is good. But so I'm going to quickly go get it. I'll take you along with me, and then when I come back, I'm going to gist you guys of the story. There's no man. I haven't told you, babe. So I'm back from the library. I picked up the laptop. I need to actually set it up. I just had groceries delivered to me, and that was there. But I want to see my story before I wind down for the day or like start doing other stuff. So I received an email at the end of the month, like in February, asking if about a UGC contract, and was it like they told me that they're a credit card company, a video production company, and they are launching this credit card, blah blah. And so they wanted me to UGC contract. So I was like, okay, sure. Honestly, first things I did was I went online to kind of like check to see how legit everything was, or to see like the company, to make sure that it's like a legit company, right? Because some like things that they tell you online, be careful about like people that want to scam you. Like I went to just check to see if anything will be raised about this company, but nothing. Like it looked like it was actually like this company, like they had tagged themselves to like I could see the website that will lead to like a bigger website they're working with, and also like, okay, sure. I responded to them, asked them for more clarity. They broke down, like these people answered me detailed response. They even had like lawyer create contract, like they had CEO, different things. Sent me they told me how they were going to do the payment, everything. Nothing was looking like it was a red flag until time for the money. They sent me a check. That was where I was like, okay, this check looks very iffy. And they now sent me a check, and I went to the bank. I was like, okay, sure. When I went to the bank, so the email they told me about the check, I think that's when I'm like, okay, there's something off here. They're like that, oh, just use your mobile app or use your mobile app or go to an ATM. So I was like, why are you people saying I have to use mobile app? Like I can go to the bank, but I didn't respond. I'm like, sure. I just went to the bank. So I went to the bank. The bank was like, oh, to take a longer time, and I'm like, okay, I need it soon, right, for the work. Let me they should verify the check to see if they can process it faster. Went to verify the check, and they came back and they told me that, oh, they called the bank, and the bank like, they don't know anything about this. The transaction is not what's name is not valid. I was like, okay. So I started laughing. So I came back and I went through everything again, and I started looking at the shipping information, and also that it had shipped from a house randomly, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's definitely a red flag, like a different name from the name I'd been talking to, and it shipped from there. The company that they had said was their trust fund was in Surrey, while and if you check it's like an industrial building. So that's where I'm like, okay, yeah, like this is very interesting, because I checked, and because when they sent the check, we already were like, okay, it's something. Are we sure these people are legit? Because which company is this? Why are these people giving them money? Why are there like so many random names? But like I just said, no, let me just verify it to be sure. But every single thing before then, you guys, like it was like a real company. Like there was really no red flag. They had a contract, everything. You read between the lines, nothing. And so what I realized after was that when I went back to the website now, it's little details that maybe you might not really pick, that were the things that kind of like they were using that make you catch them. Like now the shipping package, a different name from the person I'm talking to. You go online, the address they had put in their on their website was a random building. If you check it, it doesn't show up. So little things that you wouldn't necessarily person was what was used. And I think from the beginning it was taking me to a different media production company, and so I was like, okay, this is them and they're under the company, and I could see the people's faces, right? But although the website was like, oh, this website is not like, the website is not fully built out, but the way they came was like, oh, they are launching and they need people to actually work for them to create content. So once they launch, like it's just leading up to the launch, this is what they will use, and like people can test it out before that. So they actually had a good, I would say, game plan, and I wasn't sure, but I just kept going with the flow. And the money one was where everything just like, yep, there's something wrong. So these people have gotten smarter, I wouldn't lie. And I wasn't even the one that looked at the email. I actually did share the email with my husband to check, and it did not look like there was anything wrong. So people are getting smarter in this scam business, and the money these people were offering, that thing was painful. I can't even lie, it was really painful. Like they offered a good, like they were offering good money to pay for me to do UGC content for them, because I don't know how much people charge, and why I don't necessarily do a lot of brand deals, but why I was doing like, oh, if it's a brand I don't mind, because they were saying I could come from a shopping experience, which technically as a personal stylist, that's kind of like up my alley, shouldn't be a problem, right? So it kind of resonates with what I'm doing. So that's why I was even paying attention. I paid attention to it a bit, but they were going to pay like good money, only for me to realize they were just wanting to use me to maybe implicate whatever they wanted to do. But anyways, I think that they're just now like, I'm honestly grateful to God that I made the bank do the security check, and I wasn't just I didn't just jump into using my own account or something, because that would have been a bigger issue that I'm dealing with right now. Maybe the money would have reflected, or my card would have been flagged, and I would have had to start dealing with all that with the bank, or they would have started trying to demand something really crazy from me. All these people, I don't know how they work, right? But yeah, but things are happening out there, guys. Things are happening. So I just wanted to share this, because I don't know if I know that people are like, oh, be mindful, this thing is real. Maybe somebody tell me I wasn't smart enough. Maybe, honestly, I don't know this thing, but yeah, it's real. And I think just have to be really mindful these days. But it's so annoying, because like it's actually so annoying, especially when I was thinking about how how when you're starting out and you're doing stuff and you're trying to grow yourself, you see this kind of thing and you'll be so happy, like, God has answered my prayer or something, and then someone out there is just behaving mad. Basically, like, someone out there is just literally taking advantage of people, where people are actually trying their best to work so hard. It's actually very painful in that aspect, and I think it's just so wicked of someone. But you know what, that's life. I guess everyone's looking for money. Some people are just willing to go through maybe a tougher route, while some people would rather go the faster route, or whatever route they think works best for them. But yeah, but that's the story. But you know what, in all things, so we should give thanks. I think I'm just really grateful that it didn't get into my account, and I did not have to deal with anything outside of that. Because once I got back home, they sent me an email telling me, oh, the check has been sent, I should respond to them, I should let them know. And I'm like, oh, the thing doesn't verify. And also, from the details I can see, this is coming from random locations, and what is all of this about? Till today, they have not messaged me back, because I've caught them, obviously, right? But good times, yeah. However, anyways, good times. But I ordered something from Amazon, and this thing was meant to be delivered overnight, because it's for the pop-up tomorrow. However, now Amazon is not giving me delivery dates, and they're telling me there's been a delay. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I have just resulted to not stress, because what I had ordered is not, honestly, it's the least thing. I think I have everything for tomorrow. I just needed like a wagon to push everything, because it's way easier. And then I wanted like some book bookends they call them, or something. She had to put like the journals, and what again, yes, I think those were the two things. But now I don't know where Amazon is, so I think I might just have to do plan B in preparing for tomorrow. God heard my prayers. Amazon brought my package, hopefully. It's past 7, so I'm just going to unbox and see if I can kind of pack everything I need for tomorrow this evening, because I need to start out very early in the morning. So this is yep, and then I'll put the journals here, and then there will be other ones by the side. So yeah, that's kind of like the idea, but you'll see the revealing tomorrow. I think what I'll do is that I'll unbox the cart, I'll pack up, I'll set it up, and I'll kind of like show you what the cart looks like. I guess tomorrow when you're pulling off, so that you kind of have an idea of what I wanted. But yeah, but I'm going to spend some time packing this night, so that tomorrow morning we just leave, because we need to go very early. It starts at 11 a.m, so I have to be there to set up by 10. So I'll use this night to do that, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay.
I know you're recording, so I'll bug you. Is to match her because people will kind of miss you. Like, and then if you could pull right to about here, like this way.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so hi, how are you doing? I wanted to close out the vlog. I realized that I did more of like just showing the market, but I didn't really talk. So one thing I found with those markets is that it's very, very tricky to like vlog, and because I'm like a one-man army, and also I want to respect people because I'm still getting used to it. So you don't just want to meet clients or like meet customers and then you're putting camera in their faces. So most times it's hard for me if I don't have anyone to like help me vlog while I'm like selling or talking to people. But this is my second or third time. I've done a few markets, but I think this one I actually really liked it. A few things stood out for me, and the highlight for me was there was a guy at the beginning that came and he asked me a really good question. He was like, what do I think about ministry? That he finds that this day and age, like, Christians just throw the word around ministry. Everyone is ministry, and it's like, oh, the pulpit and things like that. And I'm like, I don't know if I have an answer. That's very interesting. But what I'll say is that I personally don't think that I have to be on a stage like preaching like a pastor and all of that. I believe that ministry is wherever I am. So like even what I'm doing, my business is through styling and even through styling, the journals that I'm creating. Believe that that's ministry. I don't have to be on the altar. And he was like, that's interesting because that's where he is trying to figure out. But basically he wanted to get a journal for his wife, and then we got talking. And then so that was one highlight. The other one was someone saw me and told me that they liked the journal but they hate the messaging, which is something that I tend to get. And I think this particular time I got it a lot. There was one woman who came with her daughter. She wanted to get the journal and she goes, oh, I like the journal. I like, oh, I thought I could get it for you, but then I realized it has all these Jesus, and they were whispering in front of me, and I just laughed. And it's part of it. Like honestly, I don't even get mad. I just smile. And I just told her that's fine, and they went their way. And then the other one was like maybe another person was like, wow, in Vancouver it's so hard to see people bold about their faith or coming out to do things. So she was so happy to see me, and we connected well. And then the last one, which was at the end of the day, which was just like a warm hug from God to me, was this lady who came in, and I just saw someone looking at me and walked up to me, and she's like, I've been looking for you. And I'm like, who knows me? Like, and she's like, oh, I follow you on Instagram, I follow your styling, I follow Lumili, and when I saw you're going to be here, I told myself I have to come specifically to meet you. I was so taken aback. Like I literally was so excited. I think I was even screaming. The lady probably was looking at me like, is this girl okay? I even took a picture of her. I'll put it. I asked her if I could take her, and she was like, it's okay. But that was just the icing on the cake for me, because so many times you're doing things, you don't know who is watching, you don't know who's looking at you, you don't even know who is paying attention. But like this one person has been, and you might feel like everything I'm doing is crazy, but like she came specific, and it was a rainy day, so the fact that she actually came all the way in the rain to come, that really melted my heart. So I've forgotten her name, but if you ever come across this, thank you so much, and thank you for weathering the storm to come say hi. That was really a blessing to me. And so to anyone out there, honestly, just keep doing your stuff. You never know who it's blessing. That's what I'll say. You never know who's watching. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know if I'm going to do more markets moving forward, because a few things are changing around here, but we will see. And I will see you guys on the next vlog. Bye.